Salo Obake, if I'm saying that right. Welcome. And to start us off strong, we're going to be making jollof rice because why not? And as always, you know, every time you say jollof rice, Nigerians, Ghanaians, Senegalians,
Bodies!
they're
They're all dead.
At the end of the day, the best jollof depends on the person. It doesn't matter what country you're from. If I make a jollof, it's because I'm Ghanaian. At the end of the day, we can all agree that Ghana makes the best jollof and Nigeria makes the best music. And that's okay. Alright, so let's get into it. Okay, so we're gonna start off with some veggies, but before that, I'm going to make my little countertop garbage. It just makes things easier. So I'm going to roast some onions, bell peppers, tomatoes, and garlic. This is an optional step. You don't have to roast your veggies, but I prefer roasting it because it gives the jollof some depth and smokiness in the taste. But you don't have to do this. One random fact about me to fill this awkward silence is that I enjoy people watching. I am a chronic people watcher. I would love to watch people and just play a game of guess what profession this person has. Guess what this person has going on in their life. And I don't know, it's just a fun little thing about me enjoying people watching. So then I'm going to go ahead and prep my protein for the jollof. This is a crucial point in your jollof, prepping your protein choice. I think this is the different factor between Nigerian and Ghanaian jollof. So for this, I'm using goat meat, so some onions, garlic, ginger, cilantro, parsley leaves blended for my protein. You can use chicken, you can use beef for this portion. Again, I personally think that this enhances the flavor of the jollof in Nigeria. I don't really think Nigerians do this. I might be wrong. So I let my goat steam up a little bit because you know goat meat can be tough. Go in with my seasoning and my water, and I allow it to cook for a good 20-30 minutes because it's goat meat. But if it's chicken, it would use a less amount of time. This is me taking a little break. I need to energize myself for this portion that's about to come because making jollof can be a little tasking sometimes. So here I'll prep more veggies for the jollof. These veggies specifically are going to be for the stew portion of the jollof. So here I'm cutting up some onions, some scallions, some bell peppers, and some carrots for the stew of the jollof. At this point, my roasted veggies are ready. So I'm going to blend this up. You can roast your veggies some more. As you can see, I didn't really roast them that much for this jollof. And I went in with some chicken stock and a little bit of water, and then I blend it, and this is going to be the tomato base for your stew. So to start off with your jollof, I highly recommend using a wooden spoon, a wooden ladle. So I go in with my onions, some curd powder, not too much on the curd powder though. about half of my protein to fry. Again, it's all about enhancing that flavor early on. So I go in with 1 can of tomato paste, and then I allow it to fry as I slowly incorporate some water and continuously stir for about 2 to 3 minutes. Let it fry down some more to take out that tangy aftertaste that the tomato paste has. Here I add a little bit of the stock again early on, enhancing that flavor. And then at this point I go in with my tomato base for the jollof. This is where the quantity of the stew portion comes in for the jollof. And I fry this for about 15 minutes. The longer you fry it, the more your jollof tastes like party jollof compared to a house jollof. So I season it with some chicken bouillon, salt, thyme. I went in with some bay leaf. I added some powdered pepper for a little spicy kick, and then again I let the stew fry down for another 5 to 10 minutes. At this point you can taste your stew to make sure that the seasonings are to your liking. You go in with the rest of your protein and your stock, and then you fry it down for maybe 1 to 2 minutes. Not too much frying. You wash your rice. I prefer jasmine rice. I went in with about 4.5 cups of rice, and then I stir it. So then you add about 2 cups of water. You don't want to add too much water because then you slowly lose the flavor that you've built up until this point. As you add the rest of your veggies, avoid stirring the rice too many times, because if you do, you break up the rice. And I feel like that's also another difference between the Nigerian and the Ghanaian jollof. As you add your water, turn up the heat and let the rice boil for 2 minutes. Turn down the heat to simmer. Cover up your rice with your foil paper and your lid, and allow your rice to simmer for about 20 minutes. Check on it to make sure that the rice is soft but not too soft. You can turn the rice 1 or 2 more times. Add anything else you want to add at this point, like some carrots. I've seen people add sausage, just anything you want to incorporate in your jollof. I'm all for experimenting with your jollof to a certain degree. And yes, and there you have it, some nice smoky goat jollof, Ghanaian style. Your Nigerians could never. I meal prepped, and yeah, hopefully you get to try this recipe and let me know how it tastes.